29 Philly. 2 reset. Easy. Ready. Igloo. Igloo. Hot. Cobra.
Welcome to Los Angeles. Lights, camera, action, emphasis on lights in the greater Hollywood area as the USC Trojans set to open another season tonight. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Missouri State Bears, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Bears will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Trojans offense will take the first swing of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline.
There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. The Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Fires to the tight end. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
The seventh play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bears offense has its first opportunity of the day. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others, and they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about it. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did at high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game running the football now. Against much tougher competition.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Finds his big tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Bears have this offense rolling. They'll give it to the back. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
And the Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Clark to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw ball.
Makes a grab past the marker. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Snap it to the back. And into the end zone. He's up to 41 yards on the ground already. What a way to get this season started. The Bears have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Missouri State! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, the offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Out of the end zone. stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Gets the back moving. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Lane. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played 1 quarter. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. And we've come to the end of 1, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Strachan. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. The only important expectation are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year, that teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Clark wants to throw. Right on the money.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a 1st down.
And the Bears can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
The Bears look to keep this drive humming. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. He's now up to 64 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Clark to fire. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. Inside the 25. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone. And that time, he just dropped it.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Gives it on the option. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And the Bears trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri State.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the 1st half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the 1st half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ole Miss is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about round the Grove for a long time. They're up by 31 over Georgia State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Dropping back, it's Mayava. He's looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Crockett.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Grab near the marker. It's Strachan. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Jordan. Sweet cut there. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking deep. And he's got it at the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Grabbed over the middle, it's Sanders. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll set up to throw. Pocket breaking down. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
The Trojans will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Missouri State offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return. The pick. And on the opening drive of the 2nd half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Clark wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Might be changing the route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. They've converted twice on fourth down so far. Will they make it 3? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Gets it out fast. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So now it's 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Grabbed in the middle, it's Strachan. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Under fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sanders. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The play action fake. Tosses it incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Trojans will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but 2nd down's coming up. Getting deep in the 3rd quarter here. Clock stopped with 1.5 minutes to go. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Great place to start for this offense. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense might bring the house here. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. It'll be 3rd and long. To throw, it's Mayava. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today, this one from 34 yards out. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That slices the lead to 2.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Going right to work up top. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield and screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Give to the back. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Clark to fire. That's caught. It's Robinson. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get...
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
I think we're about to find out if he's bold or reckless. Going for it, 4th and long from their own 41. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
3rd down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. Clark wants to throw. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Missouri State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Man, did he get walloped on that play.
He did. He got smashed, but what happened? He got the touchdown. That's all that matters. I don't care if I get hit. Coach, I got me a touchdown.
Setting up for the PAT, and when he gets this late, every point matters. And the extra point is up and good, and it's a 9-point lead. 2 possessions here late in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas State has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 21 over Eastern Michigan. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Got it in the middle. It's Lane. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. Short gain on the play before he slides. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down. Clock's running. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. Just excellent technique by this receiver, working the sideline. The great footwork to stay in bounds. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Sanders. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on first down. Going for the big play. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Into the end zone for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously, not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.